What if DojaCat went from the bright lights to the simple life? Fivezy wants to know.
Hello world, I'm Fivezy, and I want to know if DojaCat would be better off planting a garden in all of that dirt.
She certainly has plenty of hoes for the dirty work.
Plenty of hoes indeed, Gumball. Imagine if DojaCat quit the fame game and settled down to life on a homestead, growing her own food and canning pickles and jam.
Making jars full of banging beats.
And jams like rump-shaking rhubarb.
Hand-churned butter my biscuit butter. And apricot honey hindquarters.
Okay, Gumball, get your head out of the filthy figgy pudding and tell us a story.
What if DojaCat became DojaTrad?
After a decade of global stardom and sold-out arena tours, DojaCat was exhausted to the core. The endless grind of being an internationally renowned pop superstar, the punishing travel schedule, long studio sessions, harsh media glare, and overzealous fans had slowly drained her creative reserves until they were nearly depleted. While she was immensely grateful for her amazing career success, a longing for a simpler existence had been simmering within her. One morning, after a particularly grueling concert, still exhausted from excessive twerking and endless banal references to moist female genitalia, Doja woke in her tour bus in a daze. Out of the window, she caught a glimpse of a couple tenderly working in their modest home garden, laughing together as they harvested ripe vegetables. A vision suddenly flashed in Doja's mind of leading a peaceful, self-sufficient life, waking up in a rustic log cabin nestled in nature's booty. No more fake smiles for the gram, just a sun-kissed face glowing with genuine contentment. She knew right then it was time to pull the ripcord. It was time for a more traditional life. With no farewell tour or statement, Doja canceled all remaining shows and commitments and disappeared completely off the radar, leaving her fans and the industry in utter shock. Months later, it was revealed the reclusive star had purchased a 20-acre homestead in the lush, rolling hills of western North Carolina, where she lived and worked with her many hoes. Doja's family and former confidants were equally dumbfounded by her sudden departure from megastardom. But she rebuffed all inquiries, simply stating she needed to get back to my roots, growing beats instead of making them. Trading in her signature wildly ostentatious outfits for simple floral print dresses, Doja embraced her new off-the-grid identity wholeheartedly by starting a YouTube channel dedicated to showcasing her trad lifestyle. Her days were now spent tending vegetable gardens, foraging for wild berries and mushrooms, chopping wood, and keeping her rustic kitchen well stocked with the fruits of her labor. Speaking of fruits, to Doja's delight, she discovered her new jam in, crafting exceptionally delectable preserves and canned goods. Using the vibrant produce from her land, she'd spend hours each day meticulously creating jars of extraordinary jams, jellies, pickles, salsas, and more. But in her signature bold style, DojaCat, now DojaTrad, put a delightfully provocative spin on traditional preserve names. Soon, locals and farmers' markets were doing a double-take seeing offerings like Money Maker Marmalade, Spread'em Strawberry, and her extra spicy, salacious salsa verde at any number of her popular roadside farm stand franchises. Word quickly spread about the shocking monikers and unmatched flavors from the reclusive former rap icon's rustic kitchen. The rural roads winding through the mountains saw a steady stream of curious foodies seeking a ticket to one of Doja's humble homestead tours in hopes of snagging a coveted autographed jar with its accompanying NFT. Every day, she'd emerge from her cabin in a sunbonnet to politely greet the crowd of smile-stifling city folk. "Y'all really gonna grin like that after trying my thick preserves?" she'd say with a wink, before offering samples of her sugary sweet and risque creations, like hot cherry poppin' and juicy peach jeggings. Any skeptics were immediately won over after tasting the vibrant flavors bursting from the jars, meticulously prepared by her hose. While her life was now unrecognizable from her former globe-trotting existence, DojaTrad's favorite part was still connecting with an audience, even if it was just swapping cooking tips with flustered suburban moms or flirting with the flattered grandpas. The simple joy of sharing her passions, whether through quick-witted country wisdom or quoting preserved food, clickbait, made the years of fame seem like a faded memory. As the sun set over the valley and the fans went back to their hurried lives in the city, Doja would admire the jars lining her pantry shelves, beaming with pride at the literal fruits of her labor. While conquering the Billboard charts once seemed like her biggest achievement, these canned labors of love were now her most treasured body of work, surrounded by the grounding hum of birds and silence of nature. In that little 14,000 square foot, 8-bedroom, 10-bath cabin, complete with an indoor gym and private nightclub, not to mention her separate barn for the tractors, and farm tools, including her extensive and diverse collection of hoes. Doja had finally found what her soul craved: purpose, presence, and preserves. Hers was a happiness that could never be manufactured in the materialistic high life she once knew.
Now brace for the final call, 'cause it seems like the curtain falls. Indeed, the silence fills the hollowed halls as the end is drawing near, so near.
Hey, yo, listen up, y'all better tune in. This is the story about how I left the game and went greening. From rap royalty to canon royalty. Hang tight while I take you on this crazy journey. Used to be DojaCat, the real hot girl, selling out arenas, running the world. But all that fame, hustle and grind, had me feeling restless, time for a change of mind. Saw myself waking up in a rustic log shack, grow my own food, no more looking back. So I shocked the world, bounced from my tour, bought me a homestead to reset the score. Now homestead queen, so serene, harvesting the beats, get my head scream. Trading wild looks for a simple sundress, canning up a storm you won't guess. The raunchy names I give my sweet preserves, money make a marmalade, got you hot, you deserve to try my banana stunner butter, whisk raspberries and make your mouth shut up. Locals go crazy for my product, the flavors, heading up the trail just to be my neighbors. Grinning grandpas and posh mamas all coming round, hoping I'ma name a batch for 'em. Like pippin' plump and spice hot, cherry poppin', or rum shaking rhubarb. Keep them booming shopping, I don't miss the old life, cameras flashing, just a homestead and track.
Thanks for watching.
Visit tigala.com.